This video is my initial presentation for the web system I developed called COVID-19 Health Declaration Monitoring System. So the statement of the problem. The manual system used by the University of Perpetual Health System Laguna Isabela campus in recording, collecting, and storing the health declaration of its employees poses problems which includes incorrect health declaration because of intentionally not answering the questions in the form. Number 2, lost and or unreturned health declaration forms. Third, time-consuming retrieval and reviewing of particular health declaration. And number 4 is the irregular health declaration of employees because of the skeletal work schedule or the work from home setup. So the objective of this study is to design, develop, and implement a web application that will replace the manual pen and paper checklist in recording health declarations. This application will be developed using web technologies to allow it to be accessible for work or remote work setup. The specific objectives are the following. First is to identify the profile of the respondents. Second is to determine the acceptability of using COVID-19 health declaration monitoring system over the existing manual system. And third is to measure the COVID-19 HDMS in terms of the accuracy, reliability, flexibility, and accessibility. Okay, so let's go to the system. Okay, so this will be the home page for the user. He will be prompted or asked to declare his health declaration for that day. So he will just click yes or no depending on the symptom. So once he's able to check all of that, it will be he will be asked for a consent that his data or her data will be stored on the database of UPHS. And by laws or in compliance to the laws, you may also request for those files to be deleted. Okay, so once submitted, the admin can see the form declarations for that day, and he can copy that one and then maybe paste it on a file. Okay, so this list here doesn't make sense, but you can also click these buttons, the CSV, the Excel, to export a Excel file, or the CSV or for comma separated values. So I'll go with Excel and then launch this file, and then we can see here this is just the columns that were shown in the panel, and then the details, the symptoms will be right here. Okay, so here in the dashboard page, it will only be populated with the health declarations submitted for that day. For the other health declarations, regardless of the date or the one who sent it, will be stored in this declarations page where it can be searched by name, by date, by department, and etc. Also, it can the file can also be printed, but I'm still working on that. And of course, we need to add users who will use the system. The system will not allow anyone to register an account for themselves. It will only be the admin who can create an account. Okay, so here are the list of created accounts. I still have dummy files or dummy datas. Okay, let's see here. This user, you can view the user and then you can also edit the user. So you can also show more information that were initially hidden, like their email address, their contact number, their province, their city, and etc. Okay, and then we have the departments. You can add a department that you want. For example, let's add a department called computer department. Just an example. Department. And then the short name for this department is CD. and then save. We can search it in here. You see, there is a message here telling that we successfully created or added a new department. Let's search for that computer department. Okay, there we have it. Its ID is number 72. Okay, I want to show you something interesting. I'll go to my database or to my PHP my admin to show you the content of the database. Okay, this is my database, and then I'll go to departments. Okay, take note that we have here the 72. The ID for the last department is 72. I'm going to add a new department. I'll just name it new department ND, and then I'm going to save that one. Now, if we'll browse, we can see that we have the new department with the ID number 73. On web applications, most web applications will need the page to be reloaded to reflect the changes made in our database. But I made something, it's called Ajax. The file or the data is loaded asynchronously without the need to refresh or hit this refresh button in here. So if we'll search for new department, take note, I did not refresh the page yet. That new department should show. Okay, new department. So if I change this one, say for example, new department 1, then go in here, just add an maybe retype letter W, and then focus here on the department name. It will show the updated file. It will fetch the file again from the database, but it will only fetch what is being searched in here. So that is pretty nice for making your system scalable and reliable. So I'm going to type W, hit W, and then look for this area in here, W, or cancel new, and then new department 1. So files or data are being searched and then shown on the fly without the need to refresh. So even if I have, say, 1 million health declarations already or departments, it is easy to search. It won't take that much of time as long as the database is functional. Okay, so I think and then I also have here the about page. It tells what is this system all about. I will still be working on the login page and on and other areas here, but I think I'm almost halfway done with the system. And also I'm also done with the designations. Okay, with the designations, I'm also loading the files asynchronously, or I mean using Ajax to show the following data. So that's it, sir. Thank you.